Radical.
I hate wasting money and I hate wasting time. In fact, I started this, I was going to call it a radical rant yesterday. I've since calmed down a bit from yesterday, but I was really going to rip into just Verizon specifically. Because this is going to be a long story. Can you all get a snack and strap yourselves in for this long story? Yeah. The day began with me confused that my phone was not working. Now, I always make the payment. In fact, even though it's a prepaid account, I have auto pay set up. So I was wondering what was going on with the phone. I tried to log into my Verizon, but apparently I was somehow locked out of my Verizon account, or it wasn't noticing. Now I talked to that lady there, and she said there's been issues, with people trying to get into their account and not getting into their account. Oh, okay, that's interesting to know. All these requests times out right now. Currently, I have to call Verizon to help me get back into my account right now, even after they helped me yesterday. So, there is that. I went to Verizon, and you heard me say, hey, do you have working phones here? Do your phones work? Okay, that's good for you, because I'm having an issue. I tried to not be very rude to her, because it's not her fault. It is Verizon, the company. And I think about it a little bit, and I'm like, sometimes you're mad, granted, and sometimes you wrongly take it out on people that work at these places. So, looking back, if I could have changed one thing, maybe my tone could have maybe not been as mad, because I was mad. Here's a guy. I have sufficient funds. I guarantee you, more than sufficient funds in my bank account. I was referred to go to the bank, and I told them, I was like, you all the bank account, you can see how much I have in the bank account. That's not insufficient funds. But I got this message when I tried to make a call, you have insufficient funds. I'm like, that's a damn lie. Verizon is lying to me. I didn't have insufficient funds. I set up auto pay. And I went there, and believe it or not, they couldn't figure out what the deal was. She went and got her manager. Her manager couldn't figure out what the deal was. They referred me to go to another Verizon, which was about 30, 40 minutes away. That's exactly what I want to do, I said. Without a phone, in near 100-degree heat, I exactly want to drive 30, 40 miles an hour, knowing that I could be stranded somewhere on the interstate, whatnot. That's exactly what I want to do. Exactly. By the way, my AC was on the fritz at this time in the Impala, so there was that also. Last thing I want to do is, and why should I? She said that was more of a corporate store. Okay, so then I thought, by the way, here's an interesting tidbit. If you're on Verizon prepaid and you dare try to actually get in touch with someone at Verizon, you'll get the same message, insufficient funds. So they won't even allow you to call and talk to them if you have insufficient funds. Right, so I can't log on online, I can't get on there to pay, and then I go through the phone and I can't even pay there. So you can see why I'm just fucking furious. Here's a guy who's never missed a payment on Verizon, have several thousands in the bank at any given time, and somehow I'm being jerked around by this company. So I'm wasting my precious time. Hell, I could be uploading to YouTube in some of my spare time. That's why I was wanting to upload some stuff yesterday, but I didn't get the time. I was wanting to do some cleaning at the house. I wanted to mow the yard, but I didn't get to do all this time because I spent an hour at the Verizon store, and she gave me the number to call Verizon, because they had a working public phone. And then I went to her, I said, I've spent 15 minutes trying to actually get in touch with somebody at Verizon, a human being, a flesh and blood human being. And then she tells me, well, if you're on prepaid, that's nearly impossible. Uh-huh. Right? To rub salt in the wound, there's a message that you get if you try to dare say customer service when you're on the line there. You try to say customer service, and a man will come on and say, we understand you'd like to reach customer service. Of course. You fucking understand. I'd like to reach customer service. I'd like to reach a human being to talk to. So to recap, I don't have a landline. Everyone I know with a landline was out of town, and I don't want to take someone's phone for an hour or two to argue with Verizon about various things and dispute that, well, I make payments or I have auto enrollment. So I went to the bank. And this is where it gets really, really frustrating. I go there to my local bank, and there's hardly no one there. And there's really hardly no one that comes in. So I'm thinking, all right, gravy. There's no one in the parking lot of this bank. I go in there, I go to the teller, I tell her the issue, and she says, a banker will be with you shortly. 15, 20 minutes. I don't know if she said 15, 20 minutes, but shortly I thought, okay, 15, 20 minutes. She told me to go take a seat, and it was very comfortable seats. And it was really cool in there. So I'm like, okay, not too bad, not too bad. It was kind of, stuffy at the Verizon store. So I sit in this comfortable seat, and I'm waiting, and I'm looking around, and there's two bankers, and they keep walking back and forth. And then there are some cops outside. I'm thinking, okay, there might have been an issue earlier. I mean, it is a bank. So I understand that might take a little bit of the attention from me, the cops there, right? So I'm just sitting there waiting. And then I noticed that I can't say if it's right. They were right before me. There was a couple that went in there. Maybe they were getting a loan, but they were straight up. They were in that one room for almost 2 hours. I say this because the one guy I was going to be talking to is the guy that I was waiting on. But here's the thing. There was another banker, and I thought he was freed up because his person left. And then another big old fat motherfucker, he walked in there. Maybe they were afraid that he was going to kill over in the store. He sit, I guess, on the authentic waiting couch. I was just sitting in some chairs. Maybe they didn't see that as the waiting couch room, but it was right beside of it. He was taken. He went in there, and I thought, okay, is there some kind of a special deal? Did he call ahead? Am I not understanding exactly the tried and true honor system, where if you're there before, you get served next? Two people came in after me, and they were sitting at the couch. This was maybe an hour and a half in. And I've already been told like an hour before, 15, 20 minutes. So the teller straight lied to me there on the time. And this was important because, I had to be at work, maybe like in 2 hours from that. I don't know who the hell that is. Oh, that's on a phone that I had to purchase yesterday. I'll get to that in a moment. Remember the Orbic Maui? Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. So I'm sitting here, and I'm visibly frustrated. I'm like, you know what? What the hell? So I start talking loud. I start talking loudly when they ask me how long I've been here. I say, hour and a half. And then they're like, wow, you've been here for a while. I'm like, yeah, I've been here an hour and a half, and I have one simple question. I'm not getting no loans here. I'm not doing anything it's just one simple question, which is, hey, can you look at my account? And this is what, I missed something in the Verizon story. I talked to another guy at Verizon, and he said, seems like there's an issue with your card issuer. That's the message I was getting. Okay, so that means the bank. So that means Verizon couldn't get the money out of my bank because there's an issue with my card issuer. So then it flips. I'm like, okay, now I got to go talk to the bank. I got to talk to the bank because somebody's placed a hold on my Verizon. That's the only thing I could do, think, because I didn't do it. So then I get visibly frustrated, and then they finally take me, and then they apologize for the wait. And the people that were in there said, okay, it's your turn now, buddy. And maybe I don't know. I was just, no regrets, because I'm thinking there should be a time limit that someone can be in that office, even if it's a loan. You shouldn't take more than an hour of a banker's time in there if there's only two fucking bankers there to serve other customers. Then I talked to these other people that are waiting. I talked to them about how there's just a lack of people in places to actually help and assist you. And they say, basically, these days they're paying people to stay at home. They're just paying people to stay at home. All these people that, I don't want to get into talking about what I talked to with them. At this point, I was not even listening to them talking amongst themselves. I was just focused. I'm like, I just have to do this. I have to get in there and I have to see what's going on. But then when I get in there, he tells me and he looks it up and he's like, there's been no hold placed on anything. And I'm like, okay, I'm confused. Verizon told me to come here and talk to you, and you say that there's no hold. Nothing is been put on this account. Yeah, okay. So he printed out that, which is the proof. Oh, I missed another part of the story. Trust me, this is a shit show. I went through a automated line, the automated system, and one time it allowed me to make a payment. I'm thinking, silly me, I have insufficient funds. So I thought, if I go through Verizon, I make a $99 payment or something, which is a couple dollars more, that should fix everything. Because it'll get me good. It'll be fine. I just got to make a payment online. I make the payment online, and my phone still doesn't fucking work. The money went to Verizon. In fact, as of this recording right now, I have to call Verizon back on various issues because the money went to Verizon, but they don't know where it is. Maybe I jumped ahead in the story. So I see this payment, and I say to the guy, okay, so this says processing right now. So anyway, zooming ahead here. Okay, I just checked it. Its processing hasn't cleared. Just to tighten this up, zooming ahead here. I got a phone. I went to Walmart to get a phone because I have to have a phone. Everyone needs a phone. And my phone obviously wasn't working. There was no way to call Verizon because I was on prepaid. I was told that there's no way you can call and talk to somebody at Verizon. Even they told me that at the Verizon store. So I got me a Verizon prepaid phone. Guess which phone? The Orbic Maui. The crap Orbic Maui. And I'm thinking, I got to roll with this Orbic Maui and get a whole different number just to use phone services. I used that. I got home and used that phone. At this point, I called ahead to work and I said, listen, I'm not coming to work without a phone. I have to have a phone. I'll make up the time elsewhere. I'm going to be late until I get this sorted out. For about an hour and a half, I talked to the Verizon lady. And she spoke somewhat okay English, somewhat okay, passable, and at times, it says a lot, I had to keep moving towards the window. And, I was saying, okay, so the Verizon service is not that good. Not as it used to be, which is just a cherry on the shit pie, isn't it? My service, Verizon service, is not even that good. I explained to her the situation. I explained to her I had bought a phone to even be able to call her. So hopefully, maybe they give me some kind of a discount in the future for having to go out and buy a phone for dealing with all this. So what happened? Why was the payment not able to be made? She says there was multiple attempts to get the money out of my account, but it was not given to Verizon. So now I'm just confused. I'm like, okay, so is just some random electrical problems out there that happened, and I'm never going to get to the bottom of this because I got to find out who to blame. It's not my bank account, I guess, and it's got to be Verizon because they tried to get to my card. Now, my thought is maybe my card was not linked up to my Verizon on the website, but hell, I'm locked out of the website. So I don't know what is going on. I told her, listen, after talking to her for an hour, I said, listen, can you help me get my phone reconnected? I don't care what it's going to cost. I'm just defeated at this point. Get my damn phone reconnected. I didn't curse at her. I didn't. But I was thinking, just get my damn phone reconnected. And after all that, she said she'll call me back today at noon. And it's not noon. They never called me back. So I have to call Verizon back tomorrow to, number one, find out why I somehow locked out of my account. Now, she magically got me back into my account. We did it together, but now it's no longer working. And there's a password reset that they send me, and it said request timed out on my phone and on the PC. That's not working. And I got to find out this mystery of not only why they were not able to take funds out of my account, that card, but what happened to this mystery 90 some dollar payment. I told her it was a $99 payment, and she corrected me like, well, sir, it's a $92 payment. Oh, it's a $92 payment. Where did that go? What is that going to be? Is that credited to my account? Or is that just out there, gone to Verizon? Is it gone? Is that even possible where you make a payment to a company and that doesn't mean jack shit because they can't find it, and they were asking me if I had like a confirmation code of the payment. Bitch, my confirmation. And again, I didn't call her bitch. I was as respectful as I possibly could. I'm thinking, bitch, the confirmation is my bank account and the statement that it went to Verizon. I could go into this further, but I think that's enough. I just needed to get this off my chest.